Chris, what is our first main topic today?
Our first topic comes from Allan. Hi, John. I've been really excited about the new Brendan Fraser movie, The Whale, after hearing about all the film festival success the film has been having. I just read a story that said the movie just set a new box office record for the year on per-screen average box office. According to the story, the movie made over $60K per screen on its limited release opening. How big do you think this movie can be once it opens to a wide audience? Thanks.
All right, Allan, thanks a lot for saying that in. And yeah, look, ever since The Whale came out and its first, festival screenings, and it was getting 8-minute standing ovations, and Brendan Fraser is taking home all sorts of awards for his performance in The Whale. Overall reviews have been starting to be a little bit mixed on the film as a whole, but everybody agrees Brendan Fraser is brilliant in it. Well, where's the film? They just opened it in limited release, and it's broken the record for 2022 for the biggest per screen average. This comes to us from the folks over at Screen Rant who write the following. Per Deadline, during The Whale's opening weekend in limited release, the film grossed $360,000 across 6 theaters. That's very limited release. This has resulted on a per screen average of $60,000 per screen, beating out its distributor A24's previous success, Everything Everywhere All at Once, to become the highest grossing limited release opening of 2022. Considering the fact that Everything Everywhere All at Once went on to become the highest grossing film that A24 has ever released, this could spell very good news for The Whale's prospects once it opens in more theaters. And that again comes to us from Screen Rant. Couple things to put this into perspective. Black Panther Wakanda Forever, on its opening weekend of $181 million, its per screen average, $40,000. The Whale's per screen average is 50% higher than Black Adam Wakanda Forever. Granted, one is a wide release film, one is limited release film. It is not apples to apples comparison, but still, just for a little bit of context, that's pretty damn interesting. Here's the other interesting thing about it. There's no marketing campaign. There hasn't been a marketing campaign for The Whale. They had a trailer for a trailer that they put out a while ago. What is that, like 15, 20-second thing where you didn't actually see anything except for Brendan Fraser saying one line at a moment? Other than that, there has literally not been a marketing campaign other than spreading the word about all the success it's been having at the various festival circuits. They're clearly holding back their marketing budget on this until it's imminent that the film's about to go wide, and then they're going to probably blow their load on that. But that just makes it even more impressive that you put it out in 6 theaters, assuming the big movie-going markets, probably New York, maybe Chicago, LA, things like that. But that is really damn impressive, all off of the hype that everybody's having around Brendan Fraser. Anyway, Chris, you see these results.
Mm-hmm.
This is very impressive numbers for a small limited release. Obviously, it's not going to be a 1-to-1 ratio once it goes wider and everything like that. But what stands out to you about these numbers that we're seeing?
I mean, honestly, how limited the actual marketing has been is really what's astounding here. I think what's really fascinating here is when you think about your average moviegoer, you usually don't think about a lot of the behind the scenes things in Hollywood, some of the scandals or things like that. A lot of people, and I use my parents kind of as the litmus test here, know about what happened with Brendan Fraser and are so excited for him to come back and are so happy for him. They started watching Doom Patrol because they were like, oh, heck yeah, the guy from The Mummy and George the Jungle is back on here. Love that guy. I really want to see him succeed. You have Sadie Sink, who is having a just fire year. She should have gotten award nominations for this season of Stranger Things. She killed it. So you have this incredible cast, an incredible story too that, kind of harkening back to last year's Coda, a family can relate to, your average movie-going audience can really relate to. I think a lot of people want to see this. They want to see it succeed, and they really love these actors. So I'm excited to see what happens when it goes wide.
Rob, these are pretty big numbers. This is a pretty interesting scenario, but what facts about this stand out to you?
Well, I think, first of all, like you pointed out, people have a lot of goodwill toward Brendan Fraser, but this is a New York and LA crowd. You've got filmmakers and actors, whether they're Broadway actors. I mean, when somebody delivers a tour de force performance like this performance has been reported on, I mean, he's been burning up the festival circuit for the last 5 months with this movie. So I think a lot of people in New York and LA are really curious about this movie. I think they all turned out for it. And the thing is, when you're going to see these films, it's especially on the weekends, people will fill. The reason it's got a big per screen average is because people go to all the performances. So all the performances are selling out. It's not like, well, we want to go to the 8:00 performance. No, on the weekends, something like this, especially in New York and LA, people go to the movies early. They'll go to the first show, and then they'll go to brunch, and then they'll. So it's not surprising that a movie like this that has had and plus, it is kind of a gimmicky performance too. You know, he's playing a 600-pound dude. There's a lot, I think, to attract moviegoers to this movie. I certainly want to see it. I mean, I just want to know, John, you and I, that trailer they released had one shot of him in it.
We were taken. We were instantly taken.
I mean, I've never seen, based on one shot, I'm like, I'll roll out and see that. And apparently so did a lot of other people. So I think that the festival hype, the Brendan Fraser love, and the fact that it's supposed to be a great film from Darren Aronofsky, all of those things created a perfect storm that people went out and saw the movie this weekend.
To give it just a little bit more context about that $60,000 per screen average, of course, Father Stu, Marky Mark's Father Stu rolled out in theaters this past weekend. Anybody want to take a guess at what its per theater screen average was? Now, I remember The Whale was $60,000 per screen. Anybody want to take a guess? Come on, Taylor, take a guess. Don't look it up. Don't look it up.
You little cheating fact checker.
Okay, if I had to guess. Ooh. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Just a wild guess. Throw out a number.
$1 million.
Okay. Well, that would break every box office record. Okay. Ray, come on, take a guess. What was the per screen box office average for Father Stu this week?
8 million.
Okay, no. I think you're all missing how
The
this works.
equivalent of
I'm gonna
20
go- okay,
Wahlbergs.
$60,000 is the record.
Yeah. That's 60,000, right?
What's that?
8,000.
Okay, 8,000. Rob, you want to take a shot?
1,000.
Okay, 1,000. Chris, you want to take a shot?
5,000.
$127.
So I was close.
So you were close. You're a
You
million.
had numbers in your answer.
Didn't Father Stu already come out?
I mean, it's their rollout thing for that is just crazy. But yes, Father Stu, which did its theatrical rollout, did $127 per screen
This
average.
might answer the question, but what is Father Stu?
Exactly.
It's the Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, I think it's probably what a lot of people are asking. This. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, even though there are a lot of caveats and asterisks to put beside it, it's still a really impressive result for The Whale, like a $60,000 per screen average, even though it's limited screens. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's going to equate into longer wide release success? Maybe yes, maybe no. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to thank a sponsor of this video, MasterClass. MasterClass offers classes on a wide variety of topics, all taught by world-class instructors at the very top of their fields. Each class is broken out into individual video lessons, usually around 10 minutes long. And MasterClass is completely accessible on your phone, the web, smart TV, and available via audio mode to listen to classes on the go. They have over 2,500 video lessons from over 180 of today's most brilliant minds. They're all available anytime, anywhere on iOS, Android, desktop, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. Now, obviously around here on the John Campea Show, we love our movies, so why not learn filmmaking from Jodie Foster, or maybe directing from Ron Howard himself, or the great Neil Gaiman doing his masterclass on the art of storytelling. And you guys have heard me talk about my favorite masterclass, Business Strategy and Leadership by Big Papa Iger himself, Bob Iger, the new and returning CEO of Disney. Guys, I highly recommend that you check it out. This holiday, give the perfect gift of an annual Masterclass membership and get one free. Go to masterclass.com/Campea today. That's masterclass.com/Campea. Terms apply.